Hello everyone and welcome to another Tech Tip Tuesday. Sam here again. I'm the technology librarian here at the Franklin Public Library. And today I'm going to show you an awesome database for reading recommendations called Novelist. So we're going to start by going to our website, franklinpubliclibrary.org, Franklin Public Library, all one word, .org. You can see it right up here. And then we're going to go to Resources, and then down to Databases, and click on that. And our Databases page is listed alphabetically. So we're going to scroll all the way down to Novelist, and there's also Novelist K8. So I'm going to show you both of these. I'm going to go through the Novelist database. It's the full database first, and then Novelist K8 is the same database, but designed specifically for elementary and middle school students. And that's all the materials that are in there. So let's start out with Novelist, and we can just go ahead and click on that link. And when this page loads, here it is, the Novelist database. So this is the home screen. And there's a whole lot on here, but I'm just going to show you a couple of the most basic features, and you can explore that on your own. So right up here is the search bar, and this might be your most used section of the website. You can search by keyword, or you can go to title, author, or series. And if you keep it on keyword and search a title or author, it should pull up the same results. On the left-hand side, here's a recommended reading list. The top row separates it by age, so there's adult, teen, ages 9 to 12, and ages 0 to 8. And under the adult, we can go here, and they have best of 2020 fiction, fantasy, for fans of, which would recommend books similar to certain popular books, historical fiction, mysteries, and a whole lot more. Over on the middle section back here, again, you can see you can limit it by age. You can limit it by books. So this one is, I'm in the mood for books that are action-packed and fast-paced, amusing and engaging, and so on. If you go down, you can see you can browse genres for adults, teens, and other ages. And so now let's actually show you the magic of this database. So it is used to provide recommendations on books you like. That's a lot of the questions we get here at the library is people who are stuck and they don't know what to read next, or they really liked a book and they want something similar to it. And Novelist is a great resource that you can do on your own, and it's something that we also use here at the library just because it's so good at recommending books. So I'm going to search for Where the Crawdads Sing, and you can see it pops up the auto-completion down here. So I'm going to click on that and search. So this is a really, really popular book. It was published in 2018, and it's been really popular since then. Pretty much every book club I feel has read it. If you haven't, I highly recommend it, and most of the other librarians here also highly recommend it. So when you're on this page, so this is for a specific book, lists the author, the genres it falls in, it gives a description, book appeal terms, and they have a definition of appeal terms, and then they have the appeal terms down here, which are genre, themes, character, and so on. And so this will help you describe a book that you may not know necessarily how to describe. So the genre is adult books for young adults, coming-of-age stories, and literary fiction. The characters are quirky and sympathetic. The storyline is character-driven. So these are things that you probably like about a book, but you might not know how to describe them, and this section, the book appeal terms, will help you describe it and know what you liked specifically about the book. Down a little further, you can see some reviews. You can click more about this book, That's taking a little while to load. There it is. And it's kind of a repeat of what was up here. Further down, a little bit more thorough. Over here on the right side are Readalikes. And so those are going to be things that are similar in one of these appeal terms, one or more. And so if you click View All, it will take you to a new page, and it will list all these books and then tell you why they're similar to Where the Crawdads Sing. So up here it'll give a description: Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. Viewed with suspicion in the aftermath of a tragedy, a beautiful hermit who has survived for years in a march becomes targeted by unthinkable forces. So that's the brief description. And then down here are Readalikes. So the first one is Let's No One Get Hurt by John Panetta. And then it lists a reason. Both coming-of-age stories are character-driven and center on young women living on the outskirts of society. Vivid imagery of locales in the southern United States feature prominently. Readers who enjoy lyrical but disturbing fiction will particularly enjoy Let's No One. And so it gives you a couple different things that you can latch onto. So it was a coming-of-age story. Maybe that's what you really liked about this book. It was character-driven. Maybe that's what you liked. Or it's centered on young women. It takes place in the American South, and so on. And so those are all different things that would appeal to you in the book, and that might be why you like the book. And you can read all of these. So they list 9, and some of them are related in different ways. So here's The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. And the reason is these books are romantic. They have the theme forbidden love, the genres literary fiction, and adult books for young adults, and the subject of wilderness survival. So you can see this one, the reason why it's similar is a lot different than this first one. So maybe those are the aspects of the book you liked, so this would be a better read-alike for you. So this is a really great place, and here are already 9 book recommendations just based on this one book. And so you can explore those for any book that you read that's in the database. You can also, if you like a particular author, you can click on their name, and it'll take you to their author page, and it'll have the same information over there. So Delia Owens hasn't written too many novels, but if you really liked her writing style, again, here are those book appeal terms. The books she's written, so she wrote Where the Crawdads Sing, and she has a couple of nonfiction books. And over here are read-alikes, but these are going to be author read-alikes. So not specific books, but specific authors that have similarities. So here's this first one, Amy Green. Amy Green and Delia Owens both make use of relatively isolated southern settings as a means of exploring the lives and conflicts of their unconventional heroines in character-driven stories marked by a strong sense of place. So again, that one is kind of like that other book recommendation where it's mainly based on the setting and the characters and appeal terms like that. But again, it lists 9 authors, and so some of them might be character-driven. So here's one, Mary Lawson. Authors' works are character-driven, genres are literary fiction and psychological fiction, and have characters that are sympathetic. So again, it's similar to Delia Owens, but it's similar in a different way than Amy Green. So there is a whole lot of information in this database that you can get, and it's really, really fun to look up authors that you like, look up books that you like, figure out why you like them, and then find similar books that you might enjoy reading. Another really cool feature here is that this is linked with our library catalog. So you can click down here, check the library catalog, and it'll actually take you to County Cat, which is our catalog. and show you all the copies we have. And so it'll show you anything that we have with this title, so including ebooks. These are actually Spanish language materials. Here's the English physical book, and let's go click on that. And if you scroll down, oh, actually we are in the classic catalog. It'll show you what libraries have the book available. So I'm in the Franklin Library recording this, and so it'll show our results first. Otherwise, it'll show them alphabetically. So let's get back to the County Cat main page, and I'll show you the other way to get there. So let's say you search for this book and go into the record. You can actually scroll down, and here are that same information. So you don't even need to go into Novelist. You can get that same information here. And if you want to go into Novelist, here's a link down here to get there. But if you feel more comfortable going through County Cat, you can actually click on those individual book titles. It'll give you the information about it and that kind of summary reason why. You can click on that title right there, and it'll take you right to that book, so you can check to see which libraries have it. So we don't have this one, but we could certainly have it sent over from one of these libraries that have it. Real quickly, I'm just going to go back to that main page in Novelist and show you some of these genre collections or recommended reading lists. So let's check out Best 2020 Fiction, and I'll just do Best Fiction A to Z, but you can see they have Best Fiction for all these different genres if you're more interested in something particular. And this will just be a collection of books that are classified as the best books from 2020. And again, you can click on any of these, and it'll bring you back to that page that tells you all about it, gives you the book Readalikes, and so on. So Novelist is a really, really great resource for finding those new books or figuring out what you liked about a specific book with these book appeal terms. So that's all I'm going to cover in Novelist today, but I do want to show you Novelist K8, which again is the very similar database, but it's meant specifically for middle and high school students. So it looks a little different. You can see the theme here is blue color instead of this orangish yellow theme color for Novelist. And then for the age groups, it's only teen, ages 9 to 12, and ages 0 to 8. So this is really useful for teens, middle schoolers and high schoolers, and elementary age students to get those read-alikes and find books that they enjoy without having to specifically sort through any adult books or make sure that it is age appropriate. So if you have children or teens in your life, whether your children or nieces or nephews, maybe grandchildren, here's a way that you can find them read-alikes as well through Novelist, specifically just those materials for their age groups. Well, I hope you learned something new here, and if you have any questions, always feel free to ask. Thanks for joining me today, and I hope you join next time.